So this is the bed of the River Colne at London Colne that I'm currently walking. It's the area that has been the subject of coverage both on social media and national news over the last few weeks, and as you can see, the situation is still in a dire situation. We've got absolutely no water whatsoever within the river, and we will now move off and further investigate downstream. This morning I am downstream of London Colne, and I'm joined by Gary Cullum, who is the chairman of the Otterspool Angling Club. Good morning, Gary.
Morning, Tony.
I wonder if you could tell us about the significance of the river to the angling club in this area.
Hugely significant, and none more so than what we have here. As you know, Tony, fishing clubs around the country rely very heavily on clean treated water from sewage treatment plants. Our local sewage treatment plant was offline for 15 months and has only recently come back online, bringing in clean fresh water. Without it, this section of river would be bone dry.
Okay, so you're saying it's a bizarre situation that we have, perhaps, that we're reliant on water from a sewage treatment works to maintain the levels in our rivers, or at least maintain some level, which clearly is not an ideal situation. But are you saying then, without this, the flow that we can see here, that in fact there would be a danger of this whole stretch being dry?
Absolutely, Tony. We're the uppermost fishing club in the Colne Valley, and a few hundred yards upstream of where you and I are standing, the gravel bed, which maybe we'll look at soon, is bone dry. We're only benefiting from a small amount of flow that's coming down the Ver. Without this, I mean, in the last 2 years, we've probably lost on average at least 3 foot of water. We've got sections that are just gravel. You know, we're losing our spawning grounds. How much longer before, you know, our river is a stream, our stream is a brook, and our brook is a ditch? It's as serious as that.
That's really worrying, and of course the impact, the ongoing impact from that is not just to the fishery, but if we're getting stretches of river dry up, then we're going to be losing the invertebrate life, and that in turn reduces food supply for, you know, for bird life and you know, wildlife in general.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, invertebrates, fly life is struggling. Fortunately, at the moment, we're not too bad. We're monitored on a monthly basis, but it is declining. And if we're declining here at the top of the valley, we're declining as much or more further down the valley.
For sure, for sure. Okay, Gary, well, thank you very much for the information.
You're most welcome.
So we've now walked upstream a few hundred yards to an interesting looking area. What's the significance, Gary?
Well, this is the confluence of the Ver with the Colne, and in July 2016 the local water company bowed to substantial pressure from the Ver Society and the Environment Agency to cease pumping, abstracting from one of the pump houses near St Albans. As a result, the Ver is flowing, and the Ver provides all of our water into the Colne. Just 50 yards upstream from where we are on the River Colne, it's bone dry, Tony.
So is there a solution to the problem, in your opinion?
Yes, I think there is. This raises a whole new argument about water abstraction licences generally, and a much more in-depth study needs to be carried out on abstraction and its impact on our local rivers.